I have no more to my pants with.
Oh, mother.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Run, man.
Oh,
look out. He's down the hall. Move. Wrong way. Oh, no. You done f***ed up. Is it over? It's over. You know, I don't think Chad has, like psychic abilities or anything like that. But in the last video that we watched, we were watching Vanos Gaming. It was Terrorizer's Brian's audition video, their VR chat video. And here's what happened: we were sitting there talking, and then all of a sudden, none of the characters were on screen. All of a sudden, Chad just goes, "Dude, you know, I wonder if there would ever be someone who could do like a Flashpoint." Like Flashpoint paradox thing, where Vegeta and Stalin get like fused together. And I was just like,
Stalin Vegeta.
And I was just like, did Chad see the videos that I had selected? Because the very next video that we're reacting to, the one right now, is Goku Black versus Reverse Flash. Which
yes, it's an interesting concept.
Reverse Flash is very integral to the Flashpoint paradox.
Yes.
And also, Goku Black is top-tier savage in terms of, like, characters that have appeared in the Dragon Ball franchise.
Top-tier, I mean, that was a bad day. Bad situation going on.
Extremely bad, dude. I mean...
Very bad.
And, honestly... Every time a new death battle comes out, people ask us to react to it. And here's the thing. If it contains spoilers in it for stuff that me and Nick or me and Chad are watching or want to watch, we usually don't watch it because we want to keep stuff fresh for us.
Yeah, and I've seen all of Dragon Ball Super, so...
Yeah, same. I'm well read up on Reverse Flash. I'm well read up on...
I've seen the Flashpoint Paradox movie, the animated movie, which is really good.
Yeah. And also, the Assault on Arkham ones where Reverse Flash is in those as well.
Right, yeah, I've seen those as well. I binge, whenever there's a DC or Marvel animated film, I'll watch it. I've seen all of them pretty much.
And I'm always down to watch stuff like this because death battles are always interesting because, they put a lot of effort into, like, discussion. Even though, it's not real numbers, it's not fully real science, it's just them making astute arguments based upon everything that happens. And if I can be perfectly honest, even before this has started, I think Goku Black has got this on lock.
It's hard to go against a Dragon Ball character. I mean, when they're dealing with
except when it's against Superman, apparently. Because,
nah, dude, Superman can't touch Goku. I'm sorry.
Try telling that to Death Battle. They've ran the battle, I think, twice now, and Goku's lost both times.
Their opinion.
No, I know it's their opinion, but in all honesty, they keep bringing up ridiculous numbers. It's like Superman can travel, Superman was able to travel this distance, the entire width of the universe, in literally 10 seconds, which makes him faster than anything in conceivable universe, including Goku. And I'm like...
Instant transmission, dude.
That's literally the exact same thing. And it's just like, Goku in an instant...
And he can also take people with him.
Yes.
Oh, Superman punches Goku. Where does he instant transport? Somewhere his powers don't work.
Exactly. Red Sun. It's like, he grabs onto him. Instant transmission. Oh, hey, a red sun. I have no effect from this. Bye, Superman. Punches hole through his chest. Game over. I mean, that's all it has to be. But
knowing Goku's mentality, he would want to fight Superman at his strongest.
That's the thing. That was the big paradox that they figured. That Superman is just too ridiculous, which he is. He's a broken superhero, and that's why I don't personally like him.
And so says a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, I prefer heroes that actually have to struggle and not have to go up against literal freaking gods in order to actually, have a problem.
Like on Zack Snyder's shit, where he just has to stay literally out of the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, and then at the very end, it's just like, oh, a black suit.
I'll
wear this. I'll wear this whenever I start kicking ass.
Mm-hmm.
In which I will say this, before you Snyder heads start, putting guns to our heads and saying, "What the fuck did you say?" I prefer the Snyder cut over the Joss Whedon cut. By leaps and bounds. But here's the problem. To me, it's still at best a 7 or 8 out of 10. I'm sorry. If that blows your bubble, if that, makes you want to find me and kill me, bring it. In all honesty,
it was a tremendous improvement from.
Oh, absolutely! I will not even pretend.
The Batman versus Superman movie. That one sucked.
Well, the Batman versus Superman movie, like that, plus the Joss Whedon version of the Justice League.
Justice League. No bueno.
Yeah, much better film. But overall, for me, still 7 or 8 out of 10. That's just my humble opinion. So, Death Battle. Back on subject here. Death Battle put together Goku Black versus Reverse Flash, Dragon Ball versus DC. Let's go ahead. Let's. It's already. Oh crap! It's already up on screen, and let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go.
Goku Black, the body-stealing arbiter of divine justice.
And the Reverse Flash, DC's psychopathic speedster fanboy.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
But I'd say the sincerest form of flattery is not trying to kill your superhero husbando. He's whiz and I boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. What consumes the thoughts of a god? What do immortals dream of with all the time in the world? In Zamasu's case, his one goal was divine justice.
Yeah, this guy's got major Final Fantasy big bad energy all over him.
As the assistant to Universe 10's Supreme Kai, Zamasu prized, above all else, cosmic order and natural beauty.
Oh, that reminds me. Did you know I can burp and fart at the same time? Here, let me try.
Unsurprisingly, Zamasu despised the inherently chaotic nature of mortals, being seemingly unwilling to lift themselves out of their own cycle of violence and stupidity, like some people I know.
Yeah, I know those people too. His heart was clouded. Until the day he met Son Goku.
With God Ki, Goku could match blows with the god of destruction, Beerus. Their clash nearly destroyed the entirety of Universe 7, a cosmological structure at least 9 times larger than our own universe. At most, it could even be as large as 13 times greater than ours. Side note, it's worth mentioning that when 2 gods of destruction fought, they were capable of casually destroying 2 of these universes.
And since the shockwaves from their punches traveled across Universe 7 in seconds, they'd have to be hitting way faster than light.
Goku was tapping into his Super Saiyan God form for this, though clearly not at its full strength. While the exact multiplier for Super Saiyan Blue is unknown, Toriyama himself has directly compared it to the original Super Saiyan form.
And don't forget, Goku trained with Whis and fought.
This is why a lot of people are clamoring for round 3 Goku versus Superman, because the introduction of Super Saiyan God and now Super Saiyan God Blue, that is tremendous power compared to like Goku at Super Saiyan level 4, Ozaru form. This is something else entirely.
Right.
And I want to see it, but Death Battle, they apparently, they've spoken their piece on it. They're just like, yeah, we're not going to do that. Sorry. And it's like...
Vindicate my man.
It's just like, well, sorry to say, but I'll be severely disappointed if y'all don't. Plus, it'd do gangbusters because I think those 2 episodes are by far their most popular.
I mean...
out of the tournament with Universe 6 before Zamasu caught up with him. So by that time, he was way stronger.
Here was a mortal with the powers of gods beyond even Zamasu's abilities. Someone who could bring his dreams to fruition.
So Sammy did what anyone would do in that situation. Kill his master to become the Supreme Kai, wish on the Super Dragon Balls to switch bodies with Goku, and kill every single mortal in the universe.
And thus the deity Zamasu became Goku Black.
Please, Goku Black?
So
you couldn't
sick.
be more creative?
No, you might be wondering.
Say what? Say what? What'd you say? Did you say something, Chad?
No, I was just saying that's fucking bad news, man.
Oh, yeah.
The guy was so fucked up.
Also, the less I hear Monica Rial as Bulma, the happier I'll be. Sorry, I fucking hate Monica Rial.
Why didn't he just wish all the mortals dead? But that wouldn't be as fun, would it? Black's got all of Goku's strength and powers, but wielded by a genocidal maniac instead of that lovable goober of a monkey man.
And in keeping with Goku's Saiyan heritage and godly ki, Black can easily achieve the
That's
form
right.
of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
But with a champagneful twist.
Super Saiyan Rose.
Rosé? Really? What is he, a
Rose.
suburban wine mom? Watch out before
Basically.
he unlocks
Oh.
Super Saiyan Live, Laugh, Love! He stole Goku's techniques too, like the instant transmission, where he focuses on a person's key signature to teleport to their location. He's even got the Black Kamehameha, which is a Kamehameha, but pink.
And with a Saiyan body, he gets stronger and stronger every time he almost dies. He just becomes harder and harder to kill.
Which really sucks for the rest of the universe, because Black is kinda like if Goku just snapped one day and used his powers to their full murderous potential.
Like the God Split Cut, where he surrounds his hands with a keyblade to slice you to ribbons. He used this very technique to, kill Goku's family.
He can even extend this Keyblade into a huge curved one called the Azure Dragon Sword, which, along with his Kamehameha, confirms my suspicions that Goku is colorblind.
Actually, Black's Azure Dragon Sword is named after a legendary weapon wielded by one of Earth's greatest warriors, the Desert Bandit Yamcha. Wait, what?
And he can make a scythe and slice open space-time itself to create a bunch of shadow clones. Black, not Crater Boy over here. But his most dastardly weapon isn't a key technique at all. It's the time ring he got from his dead master.
This ring allowed Black to travel through time and even escape into Future Trunks' alternate timeline, where he had free reign over the entire universe.
And let him team up with his best bud, himself. Too bad Goku and company showed up to spoil the fun. But wait, isn't Zamasu in Goku's body? How are there two Gokus? There's only one Goku in the multiverse, right? But Goku met Black before he met Zamasu, which means Black existed before Zamasu came up with the idea. And then they killed Zamasu before he could do it anyway, but Goku Black was still around? What the hell is going on?
Sure, it's a classic grandfather's paradox.
Yeah,
The thing
yeah,
is,
yeah.
Black's time ring prevents him from being affected by alterations to his own personal timeline. So, killing him in the past doesn't change his future, and vice versa. He's almost impossible to kill because even if you do it at one point in time, he still exists at another point in time. And another. And another. And another. And another.
Oh god, I hate time travel. Black is crushed
Really
like
gets
Goku,
convoluted.
Vegeta, and Trunks.
Yep.
Hell, even Vegito couldn't beat him. He even merged with the universe to become one with everything. Like I said, major Final Fantasy villain vibes here.
It took Zeno, the Omni King, the most powerful being in all of creation, to step in and erase that entire timeline just to stop Black's rampage. How ironic. Zamasu's higher calling was the eradication of all mortal life in the universe, and he stole the strongest mortal's body to do it. But in the end, he was always doomed to fail. His quest for power meant nothing against a being that would always be stronger no matter what he did or who he was.
And the universe ended up
My
being
man.
destroyed anyway. It's like one big cosmic joke with no one left to laugh.
You've been running around making messes for too long, and now I'm going to choke the life from you. I can't wait to watch you die.
Terrifying.
Barry Allen,
Absolutely
The
terrifying.
Flash.
Ah!
Oh God!
Also terrifying.
Savior of the universe. Sorry.
Is one of the greatest heroes in history, an inspiration to many across time and space. And there's no better example than his #1 fan from the 25th century, Eobard Thawne.
Alright, Wiz, we've tackled a lot of stupid names for things in our years here at Death
Eobard.
Battle, but I'm confident that Eobard is the dumbest f***ing first name I've ever heard in my life. Eobard was completely obsessed with the Flash and dedicated his whole life to studying the
pretty silly.
Speed Force like a total nerd. Good luck to him, because there's no way he's figuring that shit out.
But Thawne's life irrevocably changed the day he discovered a time capsule from the 21st century. By some strange coincidence, it just so happened to contain Barry's costume. By experimenting on it, Thawne managed to replicate the Flash's powers, turning himself into a mirror of his idol.
And you can bet he totally crapped himself when Barry Senpai showed up in the future and took him under his wing. It was a dream come true.
Until Barry realized that Thawne had fabricated crimes in order to show up and save the day. Disgraced, Thawne promised to better himself before traveling to the past to prove his worth to his hero. to prove that their bond was special.
That's when Thon found out that Barry already had a best friend, and a family, and a life. Without him, he didn't matter. He wasn't special. He was just a nobody Barry tossed out in the trash and forgot about. Like my Tinder dates do to me.
If only. When Thon visited the Flash Museum in Barry's time, he discovered the secret identity to Flash's greatest enemy that in his future had been lost to time. The one Barry was fated to kill in battle. Eobard Thawne. Wait a minute.
Oh, ain't that a bitch? The shock drove Thawne mad. If he couldn't be Flash's best friend, he'd be his greatest enemy. And I guess also ensure his own future death.
He would travel from the future to terrorize the Flash family in the past. Revenge in reverse. He'd become the Reverse Flash.
Reverse Flash? We're really setting the world on fire with these names today, huh, Wiz?
Thawne draws his powers from the negative Speed Force, which he generates with every step he takes, just like Barry does with the regular Speed Force. The negative Speed Force gives Thawne access to many of the Flash's powers, including his mind-bending super speed, enough to travel all across time and space in days. He can keep up with and surpass other speedsters like Barry and Wally,
who once ran fast enough to cross the universe faster than two gods who could teleport. Wally even beat himself in a race, and Barry admitted Thawne was still faster than that. Wait just a second, he beat himself? That doesn't even make sense.
But unlike Barry and Wally, Thawne applies his powers more catastrophically, using them to their full potential without any care for collateral. Take, for instance, his ability to vibrate himself through solid objects.
Objects like, say, vital organs. And if he did, he'd scramble their molecules, causing instant death. Thawne did just that to Barry's wife, Iris, and Barry did not appreciate it.
Thawne's vibrations are so powerful, he can even produce a counterforce that can reverse the destruction of the entire universe.
Pretty crazy sounding, but even B-tier speedsters like Jenny Ognats can do the same kind of thing. And when Barry and Wally raced each other, they were tearing up the entire multiverse.
Thawne can create shockwaves with a snap, phase into your body and possess you, and even speak at such high speeds that you'll hear his words as though they were your own thoughts. And instead of stealing your speed like other Flashes, he can steal your time.
Yeah, Thawne can yoink decades from your life and age you 80 years in just a few seconds. Kinda sounds like your sex life, is.
Oh. Damn. That's cold-blooded, man.
But Thawne's greatest ability is his unmatched skill at time travel, and he uses this expertise to be as petty and cruel as humanly possible.
Thawne wasn't a dummy. He knew that if he went back in time to kill Barry before he got his powers, he'd erase himself from the time stream too. So instead, he'd just make Barry's life suck as hard as he could, push him down some stairs, retcon his best friend from history, kill his mom. He even told Barry he'd go back in time and adopt him as his own son. Dude, what the fuck?
That's another big difference between Thawne and Barry. Whereas Barry only went back in time to save his mother's life, Thawne often went back in time to try to fix his own mediocre life. He killed his more successful younger brother, his career rival at the Flash Museum, and every single boyfriend his crush had until there was no one left but him.
And when she still rejected him, he went back in time again and made her an invalid for the rest of her life. Jesus Christ! This guy's a monster! But wait, Wiz, that's impossible. Grandpappy Paradox or whatever. If he went back in time to kill someone, they'd be dead in the future, which means
he'd never know them and want to go back in time in the first place, right?
Wiz, maybe time is a construct with no legitimate unit of measurement other than the meager attempts man has made to understand the incomprehensible world around him.
Well, actually, Thawne was just inside the time stream when Barry initiated Flashpoint, which rewrote the universe while Thawne was technically disconnected from it. So, Thawne essentially broke. Literally, figuratively, mentally, physically, temporally.
Or maybe he just hated Barry so much it defied the laws of time itself. Whoa!
More specifically, he became a living paradox, a being without a past or future, literally without continuity. Not only did this mean he'd be unaffected by changes to his past, it made him effectively immortal.
Stabbed in the chest by evil Batman, vaporized by Iris in some sweet, sweet payback, or getting Dr. Manhattaned by the big blue god dong himself. Thon was always reborn, unable to stay dead.
But more than anything, it made him immune from consequences.
Unlike Barry, whose changes to time could destroy all of reality, Thon could do whatever he wanted. He was impossible to stop, with no reason to hold back.
He's survived a hit from Barry while he had the entire Speed Force absorbed into him, and even Wally's infinite mass punch, which has the mass of a white dwarf star. A white dwarf is essentially the remains of a star's ultra-dense core, which has a mass of over 2 octillion tons.
And he took one of those to the noggin and just took a nap. Man, he must really hate Barry if a sun to the face can't take him down.
But he doesn't hate Barry. All of his schemes, all of his machinations, all of his insane timeline-shattering threats, all of it was because it was the only way he could think of to spend time with his hero.
That's really sad.
His costume says it all. He never intended to be the Reverse Flash. He wanted to be the Kid Flash. All Thawne ever really desired was to be by Barry's side.
In the end, though, goody little Two Shoes Barry forgave him, and then vibrated away his living paradox powers, erasing him from existence.
Though not entirely. Barry didn't kill Thawne, he reset his timeline, removing the one thing driving his hatred, his relationship with Barry. Without that, Thawne was a normal, happy Flash fan once again.
It's Comics Wiz, he'll be back. And when he does, there'll be no running. He'll always be faster, he'll always catch you, and time is always on his side.
Still think you can take me? Even death can't catch me.
Yeah.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
But first,
yeah. Blue Chew. Again, why would I need Blue Chew? I don't need Blue Chew.
That's funny as hell.
Okay. So, who you got? I mean, for me, still Goku Black wins. I mean, they showed the numbers. Like,
yeah.
He took the force of 2.6 octillion tons. I'm like, that's still not a universe. And
no.
Goku and Beerus were shaking the universe, which is like 9 times the size of that.
Yeah.
9 to 13 times the size of that. Again, power levels don't make
insane.
sense.
And Dragon Ball Z has just gone insane. Well, Dragon Ball Super anyway has just
Super's gone off the deep end.
Way crazy. But they've done a good job with it.
Yeah.
Unlike GT, which went way crazy and it was boring as fuck.
Well, that's the thing with GT. Toriyama had no say over the creative direction they went in with it. Whereas Super, he has full carte blanche to do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah.
And I'm loving what they're doing. I love what they did, yeah.
Me too.
And, yeah, I mean, I still got Goku Black winning this. I don't see any way around it. I mean, Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
I mean, time travel stuff maybe could come into play, but...
Yeah, but Goku Black has it too.
Yeah, he's got the ring. The ring basically makes it to where he can't be affected by time paradoxes.
Yeah.
So I guess we're going to see how it plays out.
Here we go.
It was me, Barry. I was the one who...
Damn. We're going back to that old
Mortals, sinners, prepare for divine justice!
Excuse me, sir. I'm in need of your services.
Oh my god!
Damn.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Stand still and face your judgment, mortals!
Okay.
Phasing ability.
What do you think of this color? Is it not beautiful?
Damn.
Blew a hole through the planet. Well, I knew that it would come to this, you know, the planetary gets nothing to these things.
Incoming genius! I'll end this fight before it even began. Death in reverse! Magnificent! Mortal sinners, prepare for defy! Why aren't you dead?
Damn.
Why aren't you dead? Goku Black. Keep destroying each other.
To stand atop all things and look down upon creation itself, that is the work of a god! Empty threats to a living paradox! How truly foolish. Sorry, was that important?
Really?
How fun.
Bullshit.
The ring. The ring was the one thing.
People to that sun, we really should have a timeshare.
This was a fairly tricky matchup to figure out, least of all for their incredible levels of power.
Black could destroy a universe like ours at least 660 times over. I mean, a punch at least as big as a star is really badass, but that's in another league.
However, there was a lot more to cover than just how many stars or universes they could blow up. At their peak, both Goku Black and Reverse Flash were so impressive they were removed from time itself, becoming living paradoxes, making any attempt to kill either of them meaningless.
Stupid time travel.
It's difficult to determine who would figure out a counter to this temporal invincibility first, but it would most likely rely on a combination of speed and smarts.
As far as speed goes, it's no surprise Thawne definitely had the edge. Yeah, Black's attacks could reach speeds quintillions of times faster than light, but Thawne is a Flash.
Even early in his career as a member of the Flash family, Wally West could reach speeds that were impossible to comprehend and calculate. There are numerous examples of this for multiple iterations of the Flash, many of whom Thawne was clearly equal to.
Plus, he's kind of an expert when it comes to timey-wimey bullshit.
And he could likely overpower Black and destroy said time ring too. After all, Thawne once generated enough energy to counter the destruction of the entire DC universe, which is stated in comics to be at least 100 trillion light years in diameter. That's over 1 billion times larger than our own universe, and over 70 million times larger than Dragon Ball's Universe 7.
You know, you could have thought to maybe put this in there instead of saving it for, the end. But I guess that would have spoiled it. I guess that would have spoiled it. But, well.
It's sort of impossible to lock down the exact limits of Goku Black's upper strength without getting into lots of assumptions and guesswork. He's obviously stronger than Goku was when he clashed with Beerus, but even being super generous with training and power boosts and multipliers, the gap here is way too wide to be able to just assume Goku Black could match this level of power. The DC universe is just too big! And remember, Barry and Wally's race almost ripped apart the entire DC multiverse!
It's also important to stress that Goku Black is not Goku. Goku's drive and willpower can push through even the most absurd limits to potentially match higher levels of power. Zamasu took Goku's body because he's more than willing to take shortcuts. It's an entirely different mindset.
Yeah, and once he took care of that time ring, Reverse Flash had a lot more options than just overpowering Black. With that super speed, he could pretty easily scramble Black's insides or age him to death with a touch. Zamasu may have been a deity even without the time ring, but Goku's body is mortal with a limited range of age. Might have really screwed yourself with that one, huh, Zamzam?
Goku Black was a nightmarish foe, but Thon's experience with time travel, ridiculous levels of hacks, and frankly impossible speed gave him the means to take the win.
This fight was definitely not sunderwhelming.
The winner is the Reverse Flash.
All right.
There you go.
Well, there you go. I was wrong.
Yeah, I wasn't really too convinced on either one, but I feel like DC always gets the fucking benefit of the doubt over Dragon Ball Z on everything, man.
Hey, Shorty, I hear you.
Hi, Shorty.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. He's upset about the outcome of this one as well. Did you want Goku to win? Did you?
Did you want Goku to win?
Did you?
Aw.
It's okay.
It's okay, buddy. I wanted him to win, too. It's just one of those things, I guess.
It's okay.
Oh, such a cutie pie.
They're both assholes, though. They should have both lost.
Yeah,
they should have been like,
I agree.
Both of them lose because they are losers.
I was going to say, it would have been the Chuck Norris and Shiro Sagisu. Or not, Sega, what's his name? Hold on. Let me pull that up real quick. Segata Sanshiro. Who's basically like Japanese Chuck Norris.
Does he look like him?
No, I'll show you Segata Sanshiro. Hold on.
Walker, Texas Samurai.
Segata Sanshiro. That's Segata Sanshiro.
Yeah, he kind of looks like Walker.
Kind of, yeah. But he is basically, this is the guy who plays him right here. He's 75, and he's supposedly a judoka, like, master. So he was an advertisement for the Sega Saturn in Japan.
Hell yeah.
Segata Sanshiro. Him and Chuck Norris had a fight that ended with literally the universe exploding and no one winning.
That's amazing.
Yes. Yeah, it was pretty insane.
As it should be.
Yeah. So, yeah, this was a good death battle. I'm upset with the ending, but again, what am I going to do about it? So, hopefully...
Bitch in the comment section.
Nah. I got better things to do with my life than
poop.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of which, I need to take care of some business, so hopefully here in the next little bit I'll be able to do that. So thank y'all for tuning in. If you want to see more from Death Battle, feel free to click their name in the title of the video. If you want to see more from us, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. And I guess until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
I'm Chad.
We'll see you then, everybody. Peace out.